I want to welcome you to this very last edition of Bright Hope for Tomorrow. Started doing this months ago now as we were trying to keep one another encouraged during the shelter in place. And now, as we are just a couple of days away from being together in our first live in-person corporate worship service in months, we're bringing this time of encouragement together, and we're going to start encouraging one another the old-fashioned way. In fact, as I encourage you about that, I want to encourage you from the words of Acts chapter 2, verse 42. It says, "They, the early believers, were continually devoting themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer." It talks about the things that the early believers were doing that led to growth. They were studying the Bible, the apostles' teaching. They were breaking bread together, that is, they were participating in the Lord's Supper. They were praying together, and they were fellowshipping together. They spent time with one another, and the church grew because they loved one another and were spending time with one another. Now, I got to tell you, that makes me think about online church. And just very honest with you, on this last Bright Hope for Tomorrow, I have developed a love-hate relationship with online church. I love it. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to preach the Word. I'm thankful for the social media interaction in a world of social distancing. I'm thankful for all the opportunities we've had to communicate the truth of God in all sorts of ways that we weren't thinking about even 4 months ago. But it is frustrating to not be together. This passage commands and describes something that online church can't give you. And it's fellowship, it's togetherness, it's looking one another in the eye, it's praying near one another, it's hearing one another's voices in song. It is being mutually encouraged as we look around the room and see ourselves being instructed by the same passage of Scripture. And so as thankful as I am for online church, and as thankful I am that we're going to keep it going because we can't get everybody in the room yet, we're still regulating our attendance, I am thankful that we're starting to look at the end of it and a more normal kind of interaction where we can actually fellowship together. I think we've learned a hard lesson that we weren't looking to learn, but a lesson that it's not the same when we're not together. And so I can't wait to see so many of you on Sunday and on Wednesday. I can't wait to encourage one another, and I can't wait to fellowship live and in person. And that makes me really encouraged, and I hope it does for you as well.